If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Bang. It's time. We're doing a trial. It's time to go to a trial. Oh. When last we left off, we were at the circus. Yeah. Good luck, Val. I hear the dog is there. You can do it. Did I save partway through? Well, let's see. Let's see if I have a save state for this one. Nope. This is really where we are. Anyway, welcome in. Hi, Rice. Hi, Val. Hi, John. Welcome in, everybody. Val is always first, as we do. As is tradition. Ha! Alright. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Poor Max. He's trying so hard. He is doing his very best. Yeah, I saw that dog. You posted him in chat. He's a good dog. He's definitely a good dog and not at all a cat. Totally normal boy. Very pettable. Needs a petting. Oh, did I tell you? Did I tell you? It's not happening yet. But Staff is looking into another enrichment snake. It'll be a few months because it takes time to get set up and get things. But that's a thing. I'm very excited. I get to help pick it out. It's my snake and I get to help pick it out. Before, it was just the snake that lived here, and I loved her, and she was the best snake. But I get to pick out another best snake. They're all best snakes. Did you know all snakes are the best snake? Every one of them. Even that one. I know you're probably thinking of one right now. Even that one. Beautiful. We love a pet rock. The incessant barking of a pet rock is adorable. Okay. Let's see if we can read today. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly! He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie! I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulous possibility! You know how small that rock is and how big his Badman version is? No. I assume he's very small. I am sitting on a bunch of rocks, so I assume that he is bigger than me, but still small. I know you all think that... I know you all don't necessarily know that these are rocks in the tank, but they are. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. I love that the game has an RP mode. Oh boy, the judge.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Lawrence Curls! His name is Larry Curls. And his stage name is Mo. He's a Three Stooges. He's a one-man Three Stooge. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I love it. It's terrible. Phoenix Wright, you have such terrible names. All right. Let's go. Let's go to war. He's so sad. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. That's a lot of dots from both of you. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah! Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Wow, tough crowd. Oh no. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts! How was that one? But a couple of clowns, Your name? Lawrence Curls. Professional funnyman, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder. Correct? Yes it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
Yeah, 'cause he's never been in court before and he's scared and he doesn't even know the right joke. A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into the...
Without the humor, please.
Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless, but I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. Really? You'll really heal me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you! I can't wait!
Poor Gumshoe. Oh, yeah. No, Gumshoe probably finds this man funny, though. It's Gumshoe. He'd be thrilled. If he gets the joke at all. Like, I'm gonna level with you. It's 50-50 whether Gumshoe's just like, this is the funniest guy alive, or doesn't get the joke. Straight up. This is gonna be great. I straight up forgot that we were supposed to be having testimony, so I'm just like, darn, how am I gonna poke holes in that? Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want!
Me too, Mo, me too.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped! I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized.
Well, however, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Oh, that must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay. If I remember correctly, like, if we press in the wrong place, we will legit get our health bar hurt, so let's not do that! We know that this is true. So let's start here with the window. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I can press him further on this issue. No, we'll keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah! I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not simply glance out of his window that night. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Yow, ow, ow. That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony. I'd like you all to know I got a gelato named Zesty Lemon. You know who else is Zesty?
Edgeworth? Nah, it's fine. He's no longer with us. He'll be back. Probably.
This should start turning the tables in our favor.
Okay, we definitely had to press this one.
What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke?
I guess that the sound sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? But then, you went to look out the window and you saw... Huh. Let's press this too. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. Oh, I see. Please continue your testimony regarding the two shadows you saw. And we'll press this business. How'd you, if visibility was so... You'd say that you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right. I'd been thinking about it over and over since that night, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Ms. Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night. Von Karma! Miss Von Karma! What the heck? Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays! Do you even have to go to school to be one anymore? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness! Get back on track! Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? Dang, the judge does not go for clowns. You say you saw the Ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story! He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean a weapon? I have no idea! A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? You're getting in stuff for your Halloween costume! Oh boy! Oh, I still need a clipboard. That's a tomorrow job. That's a job for tomorrow. Go out to and get a good clipboard so that I can write down my science notes about my science. I'm going to make aquarium staff do science. I also need a lanyard. I almost forgot. Ah, no, chat. Chat, you've reminded me. You've reminded me of things.
Okay. I wrote them down so I won't forget them. Oh, I gotta crawl. I gotta go all the way back to controller. Well, why is it so far? Stop. Stop, you're making fun. I am not cute. I'm gonna get back to it. They're making fun because it's a long way from the keyboard to my controller, and I'm only 4 centimeters tall. So I gotta go all the way on my little feeties. I don't have feeties, but you know what I mean. Okay, I got it again. Yeah.
A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Whoa! Okay, Francisca. When did you get to hand out penalties, honey? That's half my health bar. Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So, what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not seize the crime? Of course I do. Mo doesn't even know if he's seen the crime. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us what all this great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated that the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crack went down the... Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
Is the C-Team like the A-Team, but with clowns? Because if yes, amazing. 10 out of 10. This is so good. No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog. Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma? Tampering with witnesses again! So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Welcome in, Mr. Mozzie. Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you... I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it.
Okay. And Sir B will be here shortly. I believe it.
I was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. You're missing a symbol there, pal, and also, side note. Isn't his cloak, like, purple? You took your time realizing that, didn't you? Whatever. That should be enough, right? Well, it is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that. All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. Mo. Ha, Mo. Like Poe. Like Poe. Inscription ref. No, like Poe. Raven reference. I know exactly what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it, even if it's not right. Welcome in, Raymond! We're playing Phoenix Wright tonight. Okay. Where's this stupid poster? I want to look at it. Yeah. His stupid hat. His cloak is not black. And also, he's wearing roses. Doesn't he have 3 symbols? Didn't we just go through that? I'm sure we went through that. With the puppet. Yeah, like, didn't Trilo go through that? With, say it again, his stupid hat, his cloak, and his white roses. Okay, they were not all there. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. Okay, I thought we were going to get on the cloak, but alright, 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols. Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the... Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.141. Silence, fool! You're to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. That. Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? I like this song. It's a bop, so I'm gonna let it play for a sec. To be honest, there wasn't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off and the defendant assaulted the victim. If that were the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Yeah. Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me, then run away. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Objection like the Guild Wars 2 achieve. Yes. For those of you that don't know, in Guild Wars 2 there is an achievement called Objection, where you get to Phoenix Wright somebody in the game. You're with a detective and you're trying to prove your innocence to effectively the chief of police. And you come in with him, and you come in with him, and he's like, let me do Lee can be a little hard to deal with. Let me do the talking. And he starts talking, and he's just like, you'll know. Present your evidence at the right time. You'll know when it is. And you're like, okay. And then he starts talking, and if you do it right at the right time, and you do have to be the one to do it, you get an achievement called Objection because you did it right. It's great. I let that conversation play the whole way out because I didn't realize I was supposed to press a button. Then I quit the instance and came back in and presented it properly. Rama flounders so hard if you present it at the wrong time. Or don't present it at all. He'll do it himself. It's really funny. I know, I'm glad you love Rama. There's more Rama in the side story after Cantha. Like the little epilogue bits that take us to Gyala Dev and stuff. He's so scrunkly with his stupid big hat. Did you know he's in love with Min? And he's been trying to get her attention for ages. There's a point where we get to go on a double date. Well, it's a triple date. Because Taimi and Goric go. Yeah, let's go!
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge! Forget cirrhosis! Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, this witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Oh, cheese whiz. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially that silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. No, he wasn't. It was on the ground.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I'll need. There are so many things with the lines, one chance or one shot is all I'll need. And side note, because of that, and because of the tone and cadence of it, I immediately was thinking of Les Mis, which is 3 days. 3 days are all I'll need. Etc. Valjean and Javert confronting each other is an amazing tune, and singing the off melody for Javert is so difficult because Valjean is singing the one that you've been hearing the whole time, and Javert's into the who is this man, what sort of devil is he, and like he's on a completely different musical number. Doing it in isolation is easy. Doing it when whoever's playing Valjean is also going is really hard. It's so difficult, you guys. Oh, you should listen to the Les Mis soundtrack. The original Broadway cast is out there. You can listen to it easily. I have the anniversary edition somewhere. And Spotify has it, of course. I do not suggest the movie version because the movie version it's bad. It's bad. I don't like it. A crochet skirt with hearts on it, and it's a YouTube video. Ooh, you should send it to me. I don't often make clothes. And if I do, they're usually sweaters. But I think skirts are cute, even if I do not wear them. Because I am an octopus. I don't know if you've noticed that part. It's a little tricky to wear a skirt when you don't have a waist. I guess I could wear it over the tentacles. It'd be up to my nose, though, so wouldn't it be a dress at that point? Staff! 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 Okay, I have a question. Okay, if I wear a skirt... Don't ask why I want to wear a skirt. I don't. But if I did, where would I put it? Where would I wear it? Would I wear it up to just under my eyes? Or would I hook it to my ears? Would it be a dress if I did that? I broke staff. They're thinking about it. They've said, oh my god, why are you like this? I just thought you'd have an opinion. Oh, is Cool Staff here today? Cool Staff is here on Fridays. They only ever work one day a week. And only ever one shift. But I'm told they get paid lots. They say they get paid lots. But they also say they don't get paid enough. I don't know which it is. Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm just tough to deal with. Okay, we know that that's true. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses. All the other symbols were there. That's fine. I don't think he was. It was found at the crime scene, so it must have come off. Please let this be right. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Well, is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Ms. Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. How's it going, Pierre? Well... I've been, I'm going to see Heathers on Friday, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited. Also, I've been trying to be more active on social medias. I've been thinking about caterpillars! No! No! And the things they don't know. Oh no. All they do is eat on leaves and then they gradually grow. These little wormies metamorphosize into something more. But I want to make it clear this song is not a metaphor. I just think caterpillars don't know what's going on. They're dopey as heck, don't know why we respect something they can't do long division, write petitions, or pay with a check. No. I just think caterpillars don't know what's going on. 'Cause I can eat leaves and also climb trees, and I can conceive of what I'll be in 3 years. A keeper of bees.
A beekeeper. Did you know he is? He did it. He released a video 3 years to the day that starts out with, "I would like to apologize to caterpillars." I'd like to see a caterpillar do that. They can't do it. Art thou tired, or doth thou not need a small break? No, I've never needed a break a day in my life. Except for Friday. I won't be here on Friday because I will be at Heather's. I will be giggling and trying really, really, really hard not to sing along with all the songs. Because it's not that kind of show. And yet I will want very badly to sing along with things like Freeze Your Brain and Dead Girl Walkin' and all the songs that I bust into on stream for no reason. Oh right, we were playing a video game. No, it's true!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
I can't! It's a production. It's a live production. I don't want to upset the actors. They work really hard to practice. We can't do it. We can't do the thing. We can't. But I want to belt tunes. I love it. I love being able to go. I love being able to go. Freeze your brain. Fight pain with more pain. Do 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 do. And of course, oh, there's so many of these that I can't give you. Stream won't take that well. But like, come on.
I wanted someone strong who could protect me. I let his anger fester and infect me. But his solution is a lie. No one here deserves to die, except for me and the monster I've created.
Come on, why isn't it so fun to belt songs? It's just so good. I want to. But they all worked really hard, and they put on a show, and the theater's even called an ocean-themed thing, and maybe staff will let me look at the big steps. There's big steps, you guys. They go right into the water. Right into the harbor. I wanna go into the water. Staff says I'm not allowed, but I wanna try. I wanna go see them. I wanna see if those steps are big enough for any of my family to come up. It's hard to get on land sometimes when you haven't got any bones. But maybe the steps are there for them! Oh, that's why I only stream for like 3 hours. 'Cause that way I can chill. Can I be let out of the mod room, please? Never. Staff never lets anybody out of anywhere. Sometimes they just keep you imprisoned. I know. They keep me imprisoned. In the aquarium. And they don't let me leave.
They say you literally just got through saying you're going out.
This is a true fact. They have located my contradiction. I've got to do my Ace Attorney breakdown. I don't have that emotion.
What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, among other things.
Wow, the judge is laying into this poor man. What? Why are you being so mean to me? What'd I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me with a gavel. No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him! I swear I saw him! It was Max! Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat! I'm telling the truth! He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat! He was there!
He left the scene.
What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering this witness, Your Honor. The witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is it all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby! Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned and walked away.
That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story about how the criminal left the scene?
I think this one shows the footprints. Pretty sure. Yep. Yep. Look at this picture.
Look at this photograph!
The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Just wait a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second! I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied. It's just
what?
It's just I had was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene, especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. How is Franziska Von Karma still a lawyer? Could you imagine getting a whip into court in the first place, whipping everyone in the courtroom? Why hasn't the bailiff tackled her and put her in restraints? Where is the bailiff? I want an Ace Attorney bailiff. I want to know what that person does. I want to see that person. I need to know. I want yogurt, and I don't think I have any. Oh well. I will munch these chips plain. Too busy getting turned to cement or something. Well, they don't work in an old mall.
Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw.
Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. Ace Attorney, why? I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believed the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
Haha, this is all a dream, right? I think he is telling the truth, though. Actually, I just picked him up by the puppet strings. I remember this case. You are not actually far off. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth?
Well, that's what I think. Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Ow! Only a foolish-looking fool would be fooled by such foolish fool's foolish dream. Wow, Francisca. We need to get you a thesaurus. Don't be ridiculous! Magic does not exist! Says woman who prosecuted and correctly argued that a spirit medium channeling a spirit using a very particular technique takes on the physical appearance of that spirit. Magic isn't real. Magic does not exist, says Francisca von Karma. Woman who watched a woman transform into somebody else through spirit magic. Anything can happen on the Sable, that's true. Magic isn't real.
Body break.
Maybe not a thesaurus, but a word of the day calendar book. I think she just needs more words for fool. Then again, there's multiple comics about Phoenix giving her a thesaurus. Or somebody giving her a thesaurus, and her just using the new word over and over again.
Alright, we hydrate as chat demands. Oof, and a big stretch. Whew. Okay. Ugh. Alright, now that I'm wiggling around, let's do oblique crunches. We can do that. I can do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, that's too many. Whatever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did it. I did the thing. Oh. Steph, what will you do if I get too big and strong? You're 4 centimeters tall. You can't get big and strong. Rude! I could grow. I could definitely grow. I could get bigger. We'll just have to wait and see. I munch a lot. I could get bigger. Staff is just haters. No. Sometimes they're a little no-nonsense. They don't like my nonsense.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how he could actually happen.
You imbecile!
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It is an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is now in recess.
Court is in recessus. Hey, sweeties! What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off in the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. Oh, it's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break a magician's creed to keep the magic tricks secret. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea! Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Yes, the defense attorney's job is to catch this sucker. We need to get them a lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Nick?
What is it?
I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks.
Magic tricks?
Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. I'm just not good at it. I just found out a new word of the day yesterday. Oh, fun!
Well, that's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick.
What was it?
But, the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it?
Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off.
Heh. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this?
What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder.
You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out.
Okay, speaking of word of the day, chat, I have terrible news for you. You know how we use euphemisms for things we don't necessarily want to talk about, like passed on and instead of saying certain animals, we say a different animal name? I have learned a terrible thing that I did not know before. And I'm really mad about it. So the word for bear is cognate between many European languages. And in fact, it's cognate across, even outside of that, because it's one of those things that was part of like Proto-Indo-European, which is a language family that gave rise to a whole bunch of languages. So it's usually going to sound like orso or urs or something like that. That's what bear is. That's the word for bear. But you might have noticed in English it's called bear. Do you know why? Because all of those other words descended from a word that is literally the word for bear. But the English word descended from a proto word for brown. Apparently, English-speaking people, or what would become English-speaking people, were so afraid of bears they wouldn't even call them bears. And I love that for them. How bad was the threat was it at the time that they were like, no, thank you. Yeah, brown bear, what do you see? Oh yeah, Cher or Cherie is like darling or sweetheart or whatever. That's how, especially if someone's from Louisiana in an American TV series. Wow, Cherise. That's cherries though, not Cherie. Especially if someone is from Louisiana or something, they'll use Cher or Cherie or whatever. They'll be saying things like ma chère and stuff like that, because you gotta let people know that they're a little bit French. Un petit peu, if you will. Or a little bit, if you won't. I think I'm very silly. Good. I'm glad you went off on a tangent about French Revolution. Wait, which revolution? Was it the Students' Revolt, or was it like the actual French Revolution? Never mind. Y'all don't know when those things were. The actual one! Poutine fromage! Yay! Also, you know what makes me mad? The Dexter's Lab episode where he just keeps going omelette du fromage. It's omelette au fromage. It should be omelette au fromage. The French tape isn't even right about what French is, about how French works. Wow! We love the French Revolution, or Robespierre had a very bad day, and then several more after that. I always love the edited versions of that scene. That's fair. I once saw an edit where like people were putting in different things instead of omelette du fromage. People were putting in a whole bunch of other different like little short phrases, and it's perfect. That was a meme for a little bit. Nope. Well, let's go see Max. Yes!
mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. They said that, since I'm a famed magician, let's make our very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, the Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be awesome, an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out of here quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. Hi, Red! Welcome in! You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice! It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business! Max, breaking out of prison when you're in prison is against the rules. In most places. It is not against the rules in the Netherlands. And a couple of other countries that I can't remember offhand. And the reason for that is because their argument was, we don't add to your prison sentence for crimes committed if you try to escape from prison, because is it not the desire of every person to be free? They basically enshrined, they basically argued that nobody wants to be locked up. So, I mean, obviously people are going to try to break out. And you shouldn't really punish them for that. Don't you put songs in my head over there, chat. Don't you do it. Especially ones I can't always replicate because their musical, the way that they're made is really good, but also very difficult for me to replicate because it's a little different than sort of the more traditionally structured songs. Put the lime in the no! Chat! The night of the crime, you didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? You just have to do it legally. He will. We'll get him out. Here is how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the Stoogie Clown says. It wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous! A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like that? But I've won on the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. Oh yeah, if you escape prison legally, you still get picked up and put back in. They just don't add to your sentence. So, like, if you somehow manage to escape your prison for, like, a week or two, then you get chucked back into prison. And, like, they're like, yup, back in you go. So if your sentence is, like, a month and you escape for a week, then back in you go, and you still serve out your month's time. It's just with a week's vacation in the middle. So they don't add to your sentence, but you will still serve the whole thing. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I cannot simply not tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max said rings true in my ears. Freeze your brain, fight pain with more pain. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I remember hearing a story a couple months back about the nicest man who went to jail, who went to jail. He just walked into the bank and placed a piece of paper that said, "Give me the money," and the teller just sat down and waited to be arrested. Aww. I think it's because he had cancer and would get treatment. Oh, that's sad face. How are you into the case, Fier? I forget how long this is. We are on day 3, so it's not too much longer now. We've got to go investigate the circus again. But I think we haven't met Acro yet. Chat knows Acro exists. Acro the Acrobat! Which sounds exactly like something like a 90s commercial for like a toy. They love doing that. Elephant the Elephant! And stuff like that. Just 10 out of 10. Oh my! My sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest, though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. I do love me some Ace Attorney puns, lol. Me too! I'm a big fan of Ben Quist and Trilo Quist. Ben and Trilo Quist. I hate it, but I love it! We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I'm really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happened to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Max, come on. Just look at that fabulous stage. This is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. Oh, ventriloquist dummies? No, they actually are just called dummies. Dummies, puppets, ventriloquist dummies. Ventriloquist figures. Ventriloquial figures is probably also accurate. That's probably the fancy way to say it. I'm willing to bet that is the that ventriloquial figures is the shoot, the Latin name for, like, you know how there's a Latin name for animals and plants and all of that? I like it. I'm keeping it. It's mine now. I stole it away. It's a thing Evelyn Graves would write in a statement about an object. You don't have to apologize. It's funny. It's a thing she'd write in a statement. She'd just be like, she'd be taking inventory of what's in a trunk. Don't worry, it's difficult for me to pronounce certain things like ventriloquist. Me too. I'm using a radula to talk. I am faking human speech with a radula and complicated air movements. You have any idea how hard it is to fake human speech when you don't have vocal cords? I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim! Wow. Ahem. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain it to other people in the circus. I wish I could too. Just get vocal cords. SMH. Staff won't let me have anybody else's. They keep saying things like they don't work on their own, and you can't just take someone else's vocal cords out of them. That would hurt. And a bunch of other things that I didn't listen to. Because they said I couldn't have anything, and I don't care after that unless they let me have nice things. I'm not sure this is the truth. You can have mine. I don't need them. I'm not sure this is the truth. There are body farms in the world. You could try there. I don't know if they'd work if they're not still, like, in use. Just take them out and put them in a mannequin. What do you mean, what am I talking about over here? Nothing. No, I'm not asking for a crown again. Can I have a crown? They say no, and why would you start her on that? Ha. I mean, it may be murder, but there are effects. Yeah. We're already in the circus case. That's true. Papa Roach getting away with murder. Yes. Even Chic has a crown. Yay! Kitties. Kitties look cutest with crowns.
Drown, drown, king of bones in your coral crown.
I have a tiara. Close enough, right? Yeah, I think so. That's like a crown. It's crownly enough. I miss Hades too. Someday when my wrist works again, I will play Hades too. And by wrist, I mean tentacle. Staff keeps telling me not to try to pretend that it's a human thing, but I like pretending it's a human thing.
Dionysus is right there! You're right.
I know 6. I liked that musical, kinda. Some of the songs in it are bops. I can't talk about, like, any of them. Not today, anyway.
I just wish I could explain to the other people in the circus.
That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy, too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy?
That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Watch and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Okay. Max, tell us more. He said all the members of the circus, and he's members of the circus.
Oh, right.
I'm normally fabulous, but in this picture, I'm the king of the world. I even got a fabulous trophy and a super fabulous bust. That's really cool.
Oh, that's really cool. I wouldn't mind seeing your trophy one day.
If you want to see one of my awards, you should just go to the cafeteria. The cafeteria? You mean the one inside the circus tent? Of course! The trophy isn't there, but the bust that I won is.
It's in the cafeteria? We were just there yesterday. Nick, did you see a bust anywhere inside the cafeteria?
Wait a minute. Guys, it's coming into view in my brain. Oh my gosh! It came into view in my brain.
You hear that? It sounds like 2 people arguing. All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes. Wait. Quit your whining! Let's just give this a shot already. All right, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trilo, this just isn't going to work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you going to do then?
Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trilo.
What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. This is a toxic relationship, not gonna lie. It's chill. Secret crash training? Whoa. Yeah, Trilo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine, so we're trying to sing in a round for a new ventriloquism act. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible. See? See? Even they're surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we get a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to make one more shot at Regina. Sir, you are 37 years old and she is 16. Please don't. Why did we give this back? Like, look, I'm gonna show you guys something. This is Regina, 16 years old. 31, sorry. 31. Max, likewise, 21. At least Max is slightly closer, but she's 16. Please stop. Please calm down, gentlemen. You may become play engaged, but not real engaged. I have strong feelings. That's why people kind of don't like this case. I'm willing to forgive it its sins. Because there's been a murder. Also, side note, I will say, Regina's always lived in the circus. There is a very real part of me that feels like this is one of those things where... There's a very real part of me that feels like this is one of those things where, you know how sometimes you play pretend with the little kid in school? Or in your family kind of thing? It's a weird pretend game to play, but like... It really feels like that. Trilo is a toy. Trilo proposing to Regina is funny and weird. And I think we've established that that's not the same as Ben proposing. Max is sus. Alright. But then again, he's a magician. He proposed to us. Phoenix. He called Maya his sweetie. Oops. Like... I know that you already testified in court today. TBH, I think we need some FBI on this case. Lol. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Also, side note, you guys know this already, but this is surprisingly tame. I had to read things like Sophie's Choice and Flowers in the Attic, and We Have Always Lived in the Castle, and I consume a lot of horror media, so I'm just like, nah, I got my strong feelings. Thank God Curl didn't hear that line or else Max would be in for a bad time. Oh, Pearl! I love you, Pearl, you sweetheart. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. Alright, let's talk about marriage. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her, even now. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Ha! You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Eh? Waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you'd know that waiting is such a sweet, wonderful torture. I don't think that's true. Like, getting actual PTSD from a game seems weird. It's not that weird. It's not impossible, but once again, I consume a great deal of horror media. Also, usually when we say PTSD about a game, what we mean is a joke. Don't worry. Not real PTSD. Maybe in some people, I suppose. Heckin' Myst. I love Myst. You know what game ruined me forever and always? Amnesia. I played Amnesia. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. Myst is great. It is a point-and-click adventure game with very little detail until you get all the details. I don't know how to explain how Myst works, but I really do like it. I played The Witness, which is a Myst-like. So many bits. I would make you pay so many bits. I'll get the recording of it at some point and put it there for like whatever the equivalent of $50 is. 5,000 bits or something. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya, she's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So, how is this new routine working out? Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routines are secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. Yeah! This absolutely does sound like the old video games. You know what? Speaking of the old video games, you know what we should do later? We should play Spyro at some point on this channel. I love Spyro the Dragon. And I do have the remakes. I also have the Crash Bandicoot remakes. Yeah, Spyro's a great time. I still remember all the flight level paths. I can play through the first game so well. I used to play that game basically on autopilot. Ooh, Ratchet and Clank is really good too. I don't know if I have Ratchet and Clank lying around anywhere in a way that I can play on this machine. But I love Spyro a lot. Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage is also amazing. So Spyro 3, I will say, I'm not very good at Spyro 2 in the remakes because of the way the camera is done. But I'm managing. I think you guys would like Spyro. I'll play it later. Not now. We need more Guild Wars 2. We actually do. I really love Guild Wars 2, and I only play it when I'm playing it on stream with you guys. So I need a night where I do fractals. Yeah! I need a night where I do fractals. Well, the problem with that, Val, is that I stream very late, and Huji has to go to bed like a little old man. Because he works at 6 a.m. usually. You know what? Spyro has wings, but he can't fly. That is not entirely true. After all, as that one dragon says,
this portal leads to a special level where you can learn to fly.
And then you can. You know what? I finished Inscription, didn't I? If she can learn to fly, anyone can. Exactly. I finished Inscription on Friday, didn't I? We'll start playing Spyro in sometimes November. And then you guys can see all the fun. Also, I will tell you right now, Spyro was voiced by the same person who voiced the Taco Bell dog. The Yo Quiero Taco Bell guy. The one that doesn't know that you don't have to say yo at the beginning of that sentence. It's okay. But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should.
That jerk?
Max Galactica! Performers should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trilo, you seem to be really fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right. You're right.
Mark my words. I, Trilo Quist, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Row, row, row your boat will be the key to the glorious victory.
Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You gotta be a part of this too. My boys.
I'm leaving.
Well, let's start here first.
Okay, that puppet needs an exorcism, or at least some psychiatric help. Probably one or the two.
I always feel like, okay, so my favorite trope in horror, my favorite trope in possession stories is when they're like, that girl needs an exorcism, and someone else goes, actually, that girl probably just needs psychiatric help. And like, 90% of the time, they bring up real, actual cases from the real world where it was psychiatric help that a person needed. They really weren't possessed. But it's a horror movie, so your girl is always possessed. And I love that. I love it so much. It makes me giggle. It's just like, no, this is a completely rational reaction. I want to see the horror movie where it's true that they just need psychiatric help. Where they're like, I'm possessed. And, like, really, though, the answer actually is psychiatric help. An evil octopi can possess me. Would you settle for a good octopi? I would like to think I'm a good octopi. Or at least not villainous. Not actively malicious. I am inadvertently malicious. That's not true. I wouldn't be malicious. Staff would be like, I honestly think Luna is chaotic neutral. Oh. The D&D book thinks I am a villainy. Because the D&D book equates evil with ambition. And I don't like that. They've gotten better about it since 3.5, but 3.5 was really big on the, well, if it's your ambition to be something cool. Val, you are neutral good. When the opportunity presents itself, you will help people. No, good in D&D isn't about being like good in D&D isn't about being like good like in the way that people mean it. Good in D&D is when a person goes out of their way to help somebody else. You are probably neutral good if we're going to put you on that alignment chart. Lawful good means that you still have to work completely within the laws and rules of society. And chaotic good means, heck it, steal from the rich, give to the poor. That's the right thing to do. Whereas neutral good is a person who doesn't necessarily go out of their way to do good things, but when they are presented with the opportunity to help someone, they will. The difference here is Robin Hood is chaotic good. Like the steal from the rich, give to the poor thing, that's chaotic good. Lawful good is, we all know what a paladin does. We're all familiar with, I was about to say Superman, but he has fallen out of the lawful good as of a while ago. And then things like that person who seeing a sign on the street that says please help, need money for food, puts money in the bin or gives that person a sandwich. That's neutral good. Neutral good is usually described in fantasy as being like the baron of a small fiefdom who like gives a thing, like gives the adventurers some boon or other because they just happen to be stopping by and they're on a quest to do something cool. I suppose Keter is just difficult or impossible to contain. It's not necessarily literally the definition of Keter. But skip containment levels are, well, not necessarily indicative of the things that they have. There's Euclid, which is kind of annoying to contain but can be done. Keter, which is ends the world. And of course, there's safe, which is not correct. So many things marked safe just are not. Safe as long as you follow the rules. Like me! I'm totally safe! And a completely normal octopus. Staff thinks I would be Euclid if I were a skip. Rude. I am totally safe. Vowels are certainly safe. There's lots of things like that, though. Because gameplay disambiguations. Or story disambiguations. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Amazing. They still haven't cleaned this place up yet. If Pearly got one look at the state of this place, she'd slap whoever was in charge across the face. Remind me to never invite her to my office. I don't see a bust anywhere in here. Yeah, we've seen this. No, we've seen this commentary before. Okay, we're not getting anything out of here. But social interaction with a wild tiger, and I don't approve. That's fair. Well... could examine the trophy case, I guess. Max and the Ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the Ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why'd he do that?
Maybe it was cold or something? Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, we're getting the same dialogue. I know this game is based on 1900s, but I still really appreciate the slick back hairstyle of Grease. This game takes place in 2005 or 2015. And I forgot that people could say things like, this game is based in the 1900s. Like it was a long time ago. I forgot. Like how I say that happened in like the 1800s. And people go, yeah. And I go, yeah. And then they go, and you were there for that. And I go, yeah. And they go, do you know how old that makes you? And I go, no. And then they go, okay. And then I tell them octopi only live for about a year, so I can't be any older than that. I do like the slick back hairstyles, though. And the pompadours. Have you seen Max Galactica's pompadour? Look at that thing. It could have its own zip code? Question mark? Is that how you guys say a large area? Is that how Americans say a large area? Yeah. He is such a good pompadour. Like the king of all cosmos. Na 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 na. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Nah, I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Being bossed around by a woman. I know how you feel. Phoenix! Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Franziska really sent you up bad. Ugh. Franziska really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal! You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip? No way! Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up. Poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she wound him pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? Well, according to the clown, the criminal jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room behind the window up there? Oh, the acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Von Karma. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Can I go up there right now? Oh. I just assume zip codes are exactly like postal codes in every way, shape, or form. And everywhere here has a postal code. Even if it's the middle of nowhere, there's still a postal code for it. Because it's for the post.
Canada Post needs it to send things to places. And to tell where those things are. Mm-hmm. Somebody told me that I couldn't make Canada Post interesting, that it was a boring subject. And I got really upset because I think it's neat that Canada Post can do stuff like arrest you and enforce laws. So then I made a nuclear apocalypse. Not a real one! Ugh, Steph gets so scared. So then I made a nuclear apocalypse, and then I rebuilt society, and then I was like, what would be left of the government that people wouldn't think to get rid of if it were a nuclear apocalypse and they wanted to get rid of a government? Canada Post. And that's what I left over. So I have a spooky space future. And that's why I know such a weird amount about postal codes. And that every code has a name, even if it's not populated, which means every code has a postal code that surrounds it. I'm glad. One of these days I'm going to clean that up and let all of you be able to see it if you're in the Discord. Maybe we'll start with the folks that are in the... Maybe we'll start with the folks that support me over on Ko-fi and Twitch. The subs and followers and stuff. You know what I mean. Mo's not here. If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. Ah ha 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 ha! Y'all didn't have a flag until 100 years after you're separated. That's true. I mean, we did, actually. We just didn't change to a new one. There's a Heritage Minute about that. Oh, yeah, you guys probably don't know. Come back. Apparently Ganon has been on my laptop. Oh, no! Kitties! Apparently, Ganon is out there causing evil things to happen. Villainy! Oh, yeah, y'all don't have Heritage Minutes in the States, do you? They're a CBC thing. I'm gonna have to put Heritage Minutes so that you all can laugh about, but I need these baskets back. Just like me. Oh, it turns out that there's provincial ones too. Like, there's one that a friend of mine was quoting and we were all like, what are you talking about? And she's like, everyone quotes that one. And I was like, no they don't. And then I quoted the one about the blue nose and she's like, what are you talking about? She's too old to sail. And it turns out that they have provincial ones. Yeah. CBC is the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. They are our public broadcaster for like TV and radio and all that stuff. And they do a lot of cool stuff. Log Drivers Waltz! Hey Fier, tell us your Guild Wars 2 rotation on Thief Heavy. Dodge. 2 7 2 9 2 9 2 dodge 8 2 2 2 2. You're out of profession specific energy. 2 2 2. And then we do it again. I'll make you guys all watch Heritage Minutes at some point. You all have to see where I get acknowledge from. That one's about the Halifax explosion, and that is apparently unique to this area. Like, that's the one that they play in Halifax. In other regions, they play different ones. What do you think that he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. He must really love his work. Okay. Hey, Gumshoe's gone. And Mo's not here.
Where am I going now? I guess back to the cafeteria. Maybe I just missed the bust. Oh, there's a title card. Ah, right! Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria!
Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood.
All right! You know what time it is! Riddle time!
No, it isn't. No one's paid for a riddle.
Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of mass bowel destruction? Bzzz, wrong. Try again. Okay. What do you think, girly? I got it. Okay, what's your answer? Because they're in the cafeteria. Exactly! It's an incredibly sad face, that cafe. I did it!
What's going on? He's being too nice.
Ooh, speaking of riddles, I would have to invite Danger. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big bad bat? Bear with me. I got this. I know what it is. I just have to come up with the rhyme. No, that won't work. Let's try this again. I'll get there. Ah! I always get so close to the right rhyme and then I can't come up with it. Chat's ruined me by making me have to come up with a riddle. Oh.
Body break.
No, I got it. You can't stop me. All right, we hydrate as chat demands. I was gonna do a whole 2-line rhyme, but I can't give you the second part without. There you go. Round in body, pale in name. Give me what that is. What am I describing? Oh, yeah. I have to get the chip parts off my tentacle. Dill pickle chips are covered in dill pickle somehow. Alright, and a big stretch. Yeah, that's the riddle. Good luck with it. Oh, I can give you guys the second line if you need it. Okay. But first we do a little bit of arm circles. I had to go out and do things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me give you the second part. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Round in body, pale in name, 2 or 3 make head and frame. Good luck. You'll never get it. Chad always gets it when I say that, so I'm trying to help. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it?
You're telling me. I didn't think I was gonna be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd last night I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and an even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly. How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? I don't know, eggs or something. It is not eggs or something. I mean, it is or something, but you have to be more specific than that. It is a physical thing you are looking for. Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just flew into the air? It wasn't exactly flying, per se. It was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a Cyclock. He must be telling the truth. Oh, he did tell me to show it to everybody here. Better believe I'm gonna. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust? I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Twink, twink.
There's Pearl? Oh my goodness.
This whole case is like this, you guys. It only gets worse from here.
Aw, chat's giving up on the riddle.
What hints can I give you? Oh, it is seasonal. The thing that I'm looking for is seasonal. Max's bust should be on that small table over there.
There's nothing over there.
Really? Oh, yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago all of a sudden. The bust disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put that picture up. Guys, if it's life size, you could easily balance it on your head. Parsnips! Scarecrow? No. That is a good guess. Hey, that thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet mow is a good mow in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed. Oh my god, it's a snowman, isn't it?
Yeah, it is!
Do you want to build a snowman? I wasn't sure if pale in name for snow would be, like, too esoteric for all y'all, but I think we got it. You can balance it on your head if it's big enough to be life-sized. Yeah, you can. Well, there is one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us! Well, on the morning of the crime, on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? Definitely Acro. Note added to the court record. Nick, I think this is a very important clue. Let's get out of this circus. Unless we can go up to... I'm sorry I killed the robot. I'm not actually sorry I killed the robot. Nope, she's still busy. Oh, I mean, I did... Ah! I did need that. Yeah, but do we really need to keep listening to Poe? Do we really need to keep hearing him insult Golly? Do we really need to hear? Yeah, she's pretty naive, alright. I don't know why we even have to do this, but we have to get it done. Do we really want that? Alright, Max. Will you tell us about this? You are not the murderer, but... Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat.
Your heart skipped a beat?
While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company. It was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it in the pocket of his tailcoat.
Really?
Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess.
Max, why are you like this, my boy?
Does he have more to say on it? No. Okay, fine. I'm going to that coat. I'm going to take that piece of paper out of that coat. My boy, gender neutral. Yes.
Oh yeah, more free fun facts because I can't stop.
Did you know that once upon a time, man was just the word for like a person? But eventually, like it was completely gender neutral. The way that we use it, the word for like specifically a male person was were, which only survives in werewolf, a cognate, as you might guess. Werewolf being man wolf. I know, right? And the word it also survives in the word world, which is made up of a conjunction of where, as in man, and what was world, where, reld.
The other part of the word means like the age of, kinda like it shakes out to being the age of man. That's what the word world comes from. I mean, it means something really different now, obviously, but those were the original words that made it up. Guys, linguistics is cool. So cool. I get mad about false cognates. But real cognates are really weird. Sometimes they're bizarre. Sometimes you're like, are you sure that world is made up of 2 words? Because it's really short. And then you find out, yeah, it is. And then you find out wild things, like we just used the word for brown instead of saying bear because we were too scared of bears. That's why it's called bear. Because bear was the word for brown once upon a time. I love stuff like that. And you guys all know how much I love the fact that scale, scale, and scale are false cognates in English. English has so many weird false cognates. I love it. There's more than just scale, scale, and scale. Anyway, right, back to doing this. We gotta get that note. It's time to get that note. Yeah. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat.
You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet it's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Then let's hurry up and check that thing out, Nick. I knew it! It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. Whoa. Well, let's go look.
Fear, I love Golly. Can we rescue her and her alone? I'm afraid not. The world of Inscryption is such that if we rescue anyone from that disc, If we rescue anyone from that disc, we preserve the Carnoffel code that underwrites it. It's unfortunate, but it has to get done. All that stuff has to be deleted. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat. Finally. But with Miss Von Karma? Nick, what is that? That beeping sound? Oh, it's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick! See ya, pal! I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. Uh-oh. Wow! The whip could cut right through me. Maya? Von Karma! She really did appear. It was a battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news. You possess such a small sense of scale. It's the global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. You're right. This lady is displeased with us. Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something, eh? Ha! I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. Speaking of 10 paper bags. Val, is that lost in my chat again? Oh, actually, now that I think of it, I saw a thing on Tumblr where somebody compressed loss into something that looked like just a single character, and underneath someone else had written, underneath someone else wrote, "Wow, the English language's one and only kanji," and I was like, they're right, and they should say it. It was really good. And like, okay, so y'all probably know that I like to learn languages, and languages are neat, and I like them, and they're fun. And it takes me forever to learn pictorial languages. Languages where there's, an alphabet, and you put those alphabet letters together to make sounds, and then you make a word out of that. Those I get. Those I can track in my brain, because I grew up in a language that looks like that. Kind of. I'm not really sure how to explain. I mean, it physically looks like something. There's a physical component to the language that I learned when I was very baby and still in the ocean. But I mean English, I suppose. That first one. The first human language that I got was that. So that all makes sense, but learning like a pictorial language where you use radicals and combine them to make something is a little trickier for me, because then I have to know what the radicals are and what they mean, and they mean whole complete ideas, and then you put those whole complete ideas together to make an even wholer, completer idea. Man, human development of the alphabet is hindering my chances of understanding hieroglyphics. Exactly! Although hieroglyphics do stand in for an alphabet sometimes, which is even worse! Sometimes they just do mean a letter. Sometimes that bird means a falcon, and sometimes that bird means the letter F. Not always. That's a gross oversimplification of that thing that I said. So tough. Anyway, seeing that made my brain go, oh, I get it. Because all of a sudden I was like, oh, actually, no, you can just look at the picture and be like, haha, I know that word. And I'm mad. I'm mad about it. But I'm kind of glad that that something finally clicked in my brain and said, oh yeah. Because otherwise I was doing it the long way. Being like, oh, that looks kind of like a tree. And that looks like 2 trees. And that looks like 3 trees, which is a lot of trees to have in one place. So that must be a forest. And if it's only true trees, it's probably like a grove or something. That's true of those words. Yeah, anyway.
I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah. I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself.
I say that and then immediately click on revenge. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye?
It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back.
Woof! Maya! Maya, my dear! We don't say that to the lady with the whip! We don't say that to the lady with the whip! About the man we killed!
Oh, by the by, he is straight up dead. That is the punishment for murder in Japan. They do have the death penalty. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you will get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix, right? I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth! What? We put her dad in permanent jail. Jail forever. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it is that trained the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma?
He said the name! The sacred name has been spoken! Yeah! Please tell me Edgeworth isn't actually dead. I mean... It's a long story. Listen, we have spirit mediums, so being dead isn't permanent. Right? Like, most of the time. It's not super permanent. It's fine.
Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was... right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Huh? Little brother? Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault he is gone. Huh?
Oh, my controller stopped responding again. Okay. Give it a second. Needs to remember who it is. Hello? Controller? Hello? Are you okay? Hello? Okay. There it goes. It had to think about it. It's not a bad controller. I mean, if we can see Maya again, if we can see Mia again, we can see Miles again. It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? After that case, Edgeworth was in a peculiar state, and he got worse every day. He never set foot into the court again. And then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was right after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth? He's dead? I don't believe it. Francisca has exactly the same feelings I had when I played this case. It's fine. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You earned his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him. Then I'm going to teach him the difference between right and wrong, with my own hands. Nick? About Edgeworth. Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Von Karma? But I don't know if you are God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too. What happened? As this dog is all bark and no bite, he has already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform the two of you today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battles this country has ever seen. Nick? Let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Anyway. So, that's a thing. Acro is in a wheelchair. Yes? He can't be dead. Oh no. So, grilled cheeses, am I right? We love grilled cheeses! I want a grilled cheese now, but I can't have one. I didn't give Acro a voice. I forgot that I would have to give Acro a voice. Fair, eat the shrimp. I want shrimpies. I can have shrimpies. I can have shrimpies and grilled cheese. Staff, I want shrimpies and grilled cheese. What do you mean not at the same time? Why can't I have them at the same time? Because you'll fall in the marinara sauce and then cry until we clean you up is not a good answer to why I can't have them both at the same time. Oh, it's because grilled cheeses are best served warm, and if I fall in the marinara sauce and then you have to get me all clean, then the grilled cheese will be cold and it won't be good anymore. Okay. Why the button jar? Grilled cheese is justice, though. It's true! Why the button jar? I do like the taste of shrimp. They're delicious shrimpies. Okay.
Oh. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes? Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro.
Mr. Acro?
How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here.
Acro, you're a member of this circus as well?
That's right. I mainly perform on the tightrope or the flying trapeze.
But nowadays, all I perform is in my wheelchair.
My man,
Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night, they decided to run away from it all, without me. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver.
It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint.
He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter.
I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess.
Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of grudge against Regina?
She has so many emotes, you guys. Just saying.
I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged.
And you can't walk now?
I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself.
That's awful.
The accident happened during an acrobatics session, right?
Yes.
A psych lock. It doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright?
Well, exactly when were you injured?
It's almost been 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice.
6 months ago? What in the world went on at this circus then?
I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room.
I was at the hospital all day yesterday.
You were there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go back to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream.
Huh?
I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw.
What you saw?
Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window.
I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window.
That's when I looked out the window.
What did you see?
He was flying straight up into the air.
He?
Maximilian Galactica.
What?
That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive it was Max you saw flying? I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Nick? Oh boy. Well, I guess we're not staying here. I'm not going to try to unlock that psych lock until later. Usually there's more evidence lying around. You guys have seen. There's always more evidence lying around. You can eat them both at the same time? Staff! What if I don't fall in the marinara sauce? Again. For the umpteenth time. Listen, the shrimpies are heavy! You have to dip them for me if you don't want me to fall in the marinara sauce. Yeah, but you only ever dip one, and then you're like, that's good enough, and it's not. I want the whole ring of shrimpies. I don't know how they fit in my body. It doesn't matter to me. That's for you to figure out. But I can definitely eat the whole ring. And the grilled cheese and fit all of it in there. Staff. Staff's silly. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese later. It's gonna be really good. I don't need to talk to Triloquist again. Let's go see if Regina's here.
My name is Regina George, and I am a massive diva. I will grind you to sand beneath my Louboutin heels.
I want to see that one too. I don't actually want to see Mean Girls in person, now that I think of it. I like Apex Predator, World Burn, and sometimes I like Stupid with Love, depending on what I'm writing. But not in the context of the musical. Completely out of the context of the musical.
Grrr. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, the game did it for me. Yeah, Nick!
Wonderful. Today's special must be filet of phoenix.
Stay, heal! Oh, Mia, Nick, it's you guys! I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake.
A mistake?
Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human.
A monkey?
It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad?
Well, everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man.
He was! I love my dad so much!
I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father.
That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while.
For a while?
Yeah. When Leon died, I talked with my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens.
A star?
That means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone.
When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet.
Chad, I am harmed. Chad, I am harmed. I was told that story when I was little. I am hurt by a video game that is not intending to hurt me.
But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that.
What do you mean there's no way that I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so?
Yeah, you will, I think.
I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky.
I wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Just to go back and clear something up, why'd you want to teach Money a lesson?
Oh, because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me.
Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right?
Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it.
What are spangles?
When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you saw that monkey, you'd get my dress back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me.
Gladly.
Leave it all up to us.
There's no way I could turn down that request.
Yay! You're really gonna do it.
I'm curious if we still have the engagement ring. No! I wanted the engagement ring!
I wanted to present it to her. I wanted to give her the ring.
Wow!
Well, time to go through every piece of evidence I have to see if she likes it. She was with them. Regina, have you ever seen this before?
I know what this is.
Really? All the options are yes. Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it was in my pocket for a while.
It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket?
I guess I noticed it was there around breakfast time.
Breakfast time?
Yeah! I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. And then I'd go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast.
That's when you realized that this piece of paper was in your pocket?
Yep. But since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pocket.
And then what?
I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so...
You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you?
I did! I stuck it up there! How'd you know?
So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen?
The morning of the murder, I think.
That explains a lot.
I wonder who wrote this.
I wonder who wrote this, Regina. Who could it have been? Who could it have been?
Who would do this?
I don't want to go through every piece of evidence. I've decided, actually. Let's go back to Acro's room. Oh. No monkey here. Sorry, Acro. Wrong room.
Sheik would. Yeah. Sheik would write a note like that.
Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me.
Nick, it's money.
That monkey's gotten his hands on something again.
That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember?
Alright, time to take on this monkey, attorney style. Give it back, monkey brain! That means a lot to Regina. A real man wouldn't make a little girl cry. Yikes! Ah! I tried to have a man-to-man talk with him. I really did. You know, man-to-man isn't really accurate. It was more like man-to-monkey. Nick, what's that? I swiped it while Money was distracted.
Really? You're really on the ball today, Nick.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Huh? You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean. I really want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe then they'd take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now?
It doesn't fit me at all.
Oh well, I guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Not to mention it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Oh, whoops. Mr. Wright! It's a shiny spangled vest. It's not Maya's size at all. Good to know, I guess. I guess we're going to give her this back. Alright, here you go, kid.
Here you go, Regina. Yay!
Don't mention it.
I love you, Mr. Attorney.
Blush! We're blushing! It's, nothing. No wonder guys melt too much in front of this girl.
Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's.
Leon's?
You know, the lion she told us about.
Oh, the one that someone killed. Tell us about Leon.
Leon.
Leon, he was killed, wasn't he?
That's right. My dad killed him.
What?
Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice.
During practice?
Leon was sitting down, and then he opened his mouth, you know. Wah! Uh-huh. Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth.
Uh-huh.
Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming.
You sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that?
Anyways.
What was this bad thing?
Oh, yeah. Leon bit someone during that practice.
Regina? Everything was alright though, right?
No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry.
And that's when Leon...
Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky.
Poor thing. Do you think he bit the acrobat? Do you think he bit the acrobat? No, that's not enough to break a cyclock. We don't know that for sure.
Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers.
Hello! Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque, aka the cafeteria.
It smells so good in here. Those burgers look great.
She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. My burgers are the best! Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger.
I believe him.
One bite will send you into hamburger heaven.
I bet. I can tell by the smell.
Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. Oh, whoops. No, not this again.
Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do?
Well, that's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but when the murder happened, he was livid. Acro was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. He was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes.
What? Really?
Max would still be an issue, though.
Max?
He may be a bit of a mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right.
Mo.
All that's left is to see if everyone would get over the tragedy.
You know.
The tragedy? You know? What is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Nothing at all.
He must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right?
Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Dang, dang, dang. Correctamundo. Doesn't he mean dang? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us?
Yeah.
No, not at all. What makes you think that? Well, just to say, the way you said if everyone would get over it seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo! I'm right, aren't I? Oh. So now we're getting closer to the truth. Oh, you should sleep instead of grinding out ichor. In fact, I should also sleep, but I have to record at least one episode tonight. And it's going to be Call of the Sea, so YouTube's going to get to see my fun new thumbnail that I made that I'm really proud of. I did a good job. You guys will all get to see it when it's live too. I worked hard. I had to learn how to do things. I had to learn how to figure out where things were and how to make it was hard. I did my best. It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break. Us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? I think we can break his psych lock now. Right? We have to present the Megatama at him. We're gonna do wizard work. Guys, I don't know if we're a lawyer or a wizard at this point, but I think we're a wizard. Get over it. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus? Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers! Let's eat instead! Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Actually, I've kind of got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? Kitty! I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a performance, right? He's so mad and surprised now. What? I told them so many times. You shouldn't be doing dangerous performances like that. Putting their head inside of Leon's mouth was part of the act. But Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He could never say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo, don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite in the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about... It better not be Max again. It better be the acrobat. Mo, is this the person that you promised you wouldn't say anything? It must have been Acro, right? How'd you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No! No way! Oh my gosh! You guys, I figured some things out. It's all crashing back into my brain. You remember how we've got a little spice shaker, right? And it was in that great big trunk, right? I'm sure you all remember that. That wasn't an accident. The lion sneezed on Pepper, I bet. I bet Leon would never have closed his mouth. But somebody put pepper on his nose. And that's why our boy Leon is a star in the sky now. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you knew. I'm sorry, Acro. It's just like you said. You know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. But when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Coma? All he does now is lay in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They were an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down at the same time. Who's Acro's younger brother? Sean Dingling. But everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden, Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon!" Why'd he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. Like he was smiling. He? You mean Leon? Yeah, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling.
That is the scrunchy face that you would make if you were an aminal going to sneeze.
Some sick grin. No way! That's impossible! A smirking lion, a flying murderer. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. So that's what really happened.
Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka, 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 shaka.
There he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self.
Shoo! Shoo! Nice! What a wonderful sneeze. Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana. That's basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? She sure does. Bat would always tease her with pepper. Bat? From my point of view, those two always looked so perfect together. They looked perfect together, huh?
Oh no! I want to present this. Sorry, but I don't know anything about that. I see. After all, I'm just a clown. I concede Mo's a clown, but I get the feeling he's not your average clown. Oh no! Oh no! Phoenix hasn't caught up with me yet. I was hoping he had. Anyway, you guys know what those sounds mean. It's time for a big stretch. Big stretch. You stay out of the delicious ichor mines. Stay off of the video game. Go to bed at a real hour and get some sleep. You'll never grow big and strong if you don't sleep. Okay, for body break, we will do a thing. We will do the thing. We will do skull crushers. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did it.
Do. Okay. Let's move up to Acro's room because I think that's where we're going next. Hey, Regina. What? When I look at the time? Oh, is it that time again?
Ah, Mr. Wright. Back again, I see.
Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else?
It was. We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well. It seems you got things you want to talk about, so fire away.
Aw, darn it. Well, I did just tell you to go to bed, so you know what that means. Whop! It is now closing time, and we hope you enjoyed your visit to the octopus enclosure. It will be a moment while I, save. We will save and suspend. Very good. And then we will go on a little adventure to find where we're going. Where will we go? It is a mystery. Oh, hey, Point Crow. No. We must be strong. Okay. It's not Friday, so I don't know exactly where I'm going. Never mind, I know exactly where I'm going. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Let's go bother Tyler. It's time. That's it for tonight, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow for Guild Wars 2. I'm going to jump every jump that ever jumped. I'm going to jump so many jumps. Jump, jump, jump. Hop, hop, hop. You filled that community challenge, and I'm going to complete it. Let's go! Every jumping puzzle in Caledon and Metrica. We will save Goem's lab for last. All right, that's it for tonight, everybody.